So there's going to be heavy spoilers for the manga in this video, so if you don't want to know what's going to happen, you can just check out now. So now that I guess the war arc is completely over at this point, I think it's a good time to take a look at the top 10 Billboard rankings. It doesn't necessarily mean on the power scale, just overall being a hero. Like, they're ranked by taking into account several factors, such as the number of cases resolved, general popularity, and the level of social contribution. And apparently there's also an emphasis placed on the number of resolved incidents. So a hero's ability to solve high-profile cases directly impacts their ranking, which is why like Endeavor is higher than Best Jeanist and Hawks despite him having lower approval ratings than them. Now that we have that information, we can kind of come up with what the future of these rankings are going to be, maybe, even if they are going to be a thing. And let me also point that out that given the way that the Hero Society currently is, you know, post this arc, there might not even be a Billboard anymore. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be like pro heroes, but considering the whole big revelation about Endeavor being exposed to the public, it makes me think like, are they even gonna do this anymore? Are heroes gonna be under major scrutiny at this point? Or is all of that gonna be focused on Endeavor and Hawks maybe? Even in chapter 296, they clearly make a point to show that society is like torn. They're like skeptical and unsure about what's going on with heroism in general at this point, I guess. But before we go into what the new rankings could be and also what I hope they are, let's just take a look at like the current rankings and what's going on with the heroes in them at this point. So number 10 is Ryukyu, and she made it out of this arc alive. I don't think she was maimed or severely maimed to the point of where she's going to have to retire. So it looks like she's going to recover and she's still going to be able to be a pro hero, probably even still be a top 10 pro hero. I don't think that's unlikely. Number 9 is Yoroi Musha. This guy is MIA. I don't know what's going on with this guy, and I don't think Horikoshi probably does either. I mean, it was shown that he was in the war to some extent, and then he was just gone. And we still haven't seen him since then. Like, we still don't even know what this guy's quirk is. So your guess is as good as mine as to what's just going on with him, if he's still gonna be on these rankings. I don't know. Number 8 is Wash, and Wash was recently confirmed to still be alive, and it seems like Wash was like a big factor in evacuation in the war possibly. So I think Wash is going to not only retain this ranking, but probably move up as well. Number 7 is Kamoy Woods. He was a valuable asset in the battle against Gigantomachia, or at least stalling him from making his way to Shigaraki. And Kamoy Woods was really messed up in that battle. Dabi nuked him pretty much, and you know, fire, wood, they don't go together too well. So it's unclear at this point if he is like damaged beyond repair. I'm pretty sure he's alive because he wasn't on the confirmed list of hero deaths. So it remains to be seen if he can just recover from this and still be an active hero, or he's just going to be benched forever possibly. Number 6 was Crust. He is unfortunately dead. We saw him get decayed by Shigaraki, so he's gone for sure. Number 5 is Mirko. She was a big part in taking down the high-end Nomus. Like, she took down multiple of them by herself and just assisted in the overall battle. But she didn't come out of this battle looking too good. Like, she lost one of her arms, like a piece of her leg, like a piece of her torso. She just really got messed up. And it seems like she's probably not going to be able to be a pro hero anymore. And if she is able to just be a hero at all, I don't think she's going to be able to maintain her top 10 status. Number 4 is Edgeshot. Edgeshot had one of the biggest victories of this arc because it was recently revealed that he actually defeated Destro. So yeah, Edgeshot is not only gonna stay on here, but he's probably gonna move up as well. Number 3 is Best Jeanist. Best Jeanist was one of the MVPs of this arc for sure. He showed up late, but you know, better late than never. And he almost single-handedly like restrained Gigantomachia from causing any more damage. And of course, Gigantomachia ultimately went down from the sedative in the previous battle that he was in. But Best Jeanist played such a big part in this. And considering that he was already held in very high regard, he's probably only going to go up from here. Number 2 is Hawks. Pretty sure Hawks is no longer going to be able to be a pro hero, considering that Dabi like nuked his wings. Like, he no longer has his wings, which are pretty much just his quirk, meaning that Hawks is pretty much like the new Mirio. So I don't expect Hawks to be in the top 10 anymore, let alone even being able to be a pro hero. And it was revealed that he straight up literally backstabbed twice. And it seems like maybe the public isn't going to receive that so well. So Hawks has a lot of things riding against him at this point. And number 1, of course, is Endeavor. A lot of question marks with Endeavor right now because we need to see like not only how the public is going to truly receive Endeavor after this, but also how the Hero Public Safety Commission is going to react to him as well. It's like Endeavor might like straight up be canceled like within the My Hero world because of his previous transgressions. As we talked about, he already initially had a low public approval rating, so now it's probably gonna go even lower. And while he is an extremely valuable asset to the heroes, it's possible that like maybe he's fired or forced to retire or something like that, so that overall Hero Society and the Public Hero Safety Commission can get a better public reception maybe. But aside from all that, I'm pretty sure Endeavor is like okay. I mean, he was messed up in this arc, but I think he'll be able to recover and still be active somewhat, depending of course on where things are headed with him. But in my opinion, I don't think he's gonna be fired or anything. Canceled maybe, but I think he'll probably still be number one after this. But now let's go into what the new rankings could be. So first I'll just go over what they just like literally could be if we just take off the heroes who are no longer able to be heroes or have died, and then just move up the pre-existing ranks. So given those parameters, it would look something like this. And remember, we only have limited knowledge of the hero rankings outside of the top 10. It gets really spotty at that point. So number 10 could be Mount Lady. Because like I said, the rankings get spotty because after number 10, we only know 12 Gang Orca, 13 Shishido, and then it jumps all the way to like 23 Mount Lady. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of heroes unaccounted for in between there that could shoot up into the rankings. But given that Mount Lady was a pretty valuable asset in this battle as well, just like she was there with Kamoy Woods and the rest of the team going against Gigantomachia. So given that she was there and had significance, she should be moved up regardless. I don't know if it's gonna be the top 10, but it could be. Number 9 would be Shishido, this guy who we've only heard about, but given that he is number 13, like I said, he would probably just move up. And the same thing is gonna be for number 8, and that's Gang Orca. He's just going to move up as well, but he was also in this battle and fought alongside the heroes, so he should be promoted somewhat. And then number 7 would be Ryukyu. She was straight up at ground zero going against Shigaraki and all that stuff, so she should be promoted as well. Number 6 would be Yoroi Musha. Again, don't know what's going on with this guy, but I don't think he should be axed from the rankings just because we didn't see what he did. Number 5 would be Wash, and that makes sense to me because like I said, Wash, you know, put in the work and deserves a promotion. Number 4 would be Kamoy Woods, and pending on him being able to continue being a hero after this point, I think he should be in the top 5. Number 3 would be Edgeshot, definitely deserves that ranking. Number 2 would be Best Jeanist, ditto for him. And then number 1 is probably going to be Endeavor, but if Endeavor is axed from these rankings or something like that, it's going to be Best Jeanist at number 1. So now let me just go into who I think should be included into these top 10 rankings, given how things played out in the war. So Cement Toss, for sure should be in the top 10. I think he's just as strong as anybody, you know, after the top 5 originally, or just as effective as them. And also he put in some serious work in this arc. Like he single-handedly took down the Liberation Army mansion, and he basically defeated Getten, who was one of the strongest villains. So Cementoss should be in the top 10 at this point. And also Mirio. Yeah, that's right, put Mirio in the top 10. He's not really like even a pro hero yet, but he basically is. And yeah, he also hasn't graduated yet, but just make him a pro hero. I mean, come on, he was more effective than most of them in this war. Way more effective than Yoroi Musha. So make him a pro hero, put him in the top 10. He certainly deserves it more than most of them. But those are like my 2 main candidates at this point. But the rest of the rankings, like in theory, at least just going by Occam's razor, are probably gonna look like something like this, but I hope that they look something like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you think is gonna happen with the top 10 Billboard, and just what do you think is going to happen just with Hero Society in general? Where do you think things are headed? Let me know. And if you liked the video, guys, please give it a like. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.